just hits harder.
Oh my God, we totally do. We love a dark horse. We love a light horse.
We love horses, honestly.
Do we like Katy Perry's dark horse?
No, we don't. But it is an earworm. It's like you hear it and you're like,
and you know it. I know it by heart.
Yeah, but no, we don't love it. But we do love Patti Smith's horses.
Oh my God, one of the most iconic albums of all time, Patti Smith. Horses.
Patti Smith Forever.
Patti Smith Forever and everything.
Are you reading Breed of Angels?
No, her new book.
It's amazing. I'm almost done.
Her writing is iconic, and I don't want to stop reading it. That's why I need to read. I am reading so many good books right now.
Oh, I saw that on your podcast. You were talking about how you like to read more than one book at a time, which to me is really hard. And I'm doing it right now for the first time, and I'm actually enjoying it. And it's mainly because you were talking about it. And I was like, if Amy can do this, I should give it a shot. And so I read one book at work and then one at home. And so Bread of Angels is my home book. And then I'm reading Wuthering Heights because I'd never read it.
Never read that either. And I feel like I like to read different books that have different vibes. Yeah. So it's like some vibes like, okay, am I, catastrophic, sad vibes?
Yeah.
And then, maybe a whimsical, story, a tale, fiction, nonfiction. And it's kind of cool to mix it all up.
Yeah. And because, my favorite books are memoirs.
Me too.
Like if my shoe wrote a memoir, I would be like, I got to read that. You know what I mean? Like I will read
anybody. I mean, this is my podcast. Like I love just hearing people's life stories. Because this is the Music Issue.
Welcome
to the Music Issue.
This one is special. It is different. It's giving MTV.
I was like, you know what? There's so much good new music coming out right now. Colonizer and non-colonizer.
Yes.
Music coming out.
So much.
We love both of it.
I mean,
I want to introduce my friend, more like a family member for me.
I mean, you're my sister.
You're my brother and sister and everything above. You're Luna's uncle, auntie.
I am all those things.
You're family for us. One half of your band, Prima Primo.
Yes.
Stephen Franco, everybody.
Hi.
Who?
Oh, I can't believe I'm on the podcast. I'm sitting on this side of the couch.
Yes, and you actually... Also, I love you because you're down for everything, and I love you for that. You're like someone, when I had this harebrained idea of this podcast, I just needed you with me to hold my hand, to be like, we can do this, and you did that. And it was just like, I'm so lucky to have a friend like you that is willing to do that, and you do that for multiple people, not just me. But
I just want people to get to do stuff, you know what I mean? And to feel encouraged. And it was so funny because I remember at first you were like, and I turned into a Spice Girl, which I often do. But you're like, I'm a punk. And I'm like, but I'm also a punk. But I'm also a Spice Girl.
Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I love the Spice Girl reference.
I mean, I just think the Spice Girls need to live inside us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we hear the phone?
I can hear it ringing.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
This is production.
This is production.
Production
Here we go.
Boots.
All right, we're answering it now. Hello, you're live on Let's Have a Powwow. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Lucaa.
Hello, Lucaa.
Oh my God, hi. Thank you for calling in.
You're the first caller ever on this show.
No
we
way.
are shaking up the format.
Yes. Lucaa.
I feel so special.
Oh my gosh. I feel so special that you took time out to call in. I have one of my bestest friends with me here, Stephen Franco.
Hi.
Hey, Stephen.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. Thanks for helping us break the third wall,
Yes, I have been sending your music to Stephen Franco this whole week. So he has heard your catalog.
I love it.
Yes, we are obsessed. But today I wanted to talk to you about your new single that you have out right now called Feast.
Heck yes.
And I am obsessed with you gave us a Thanksgiving song.
Yes.
to say fuck you to Thanksgiving.
You're like,
Yes.
let's just let's pull the tablecloth out from this meal.
Like people release movies, about, like go see the movies, but Lucaa's giving you a Thanksgiving song.
I mean, I feel
for
like
the
this song
colonizers.
is a movie.
Okay, it needs to be a movie. But wait, first, before we get into our hopes and dreams, Lucaa.
Y'all are cracking me up.
Oh, okay. And I had a little bit of coffee.
She did. I saw it.
I'm drinking it.
It's iced.
It's iced. Okay.
Yes, I'm snapping.
We love. Explain to those who may have not heard Feast yet what Feast is about. Your new song.
Okay, first off, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to it and loving it. It actually came from a movie idea that I had, but yes, I'm so glad you can tell.
Honestly, it is like from the opening credits to the end credits. Like it's a film.
And the visuals that you have that you've put out on that I've only seen on Instagram, it's a whole movie, Lucaa. Like I see it. We need to create it. It's called Feast, and I that was one of my questions. Was like, would you ever or have you ever thought of scoring a movie? And you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell us about that. Talk about this movie.
It was, what sparked it, funny enough, was like, how politics are like going crazy right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even hate to call it politics because it's just like morals, but
clock it.
But yes, and it's really funny because I had like a mini stroke, a TIA in March, and so I wasn't actually sure if I could make music anymore because I wasn't like reading very well or writing.
God.
Wow.
It was bad. Yeah, and I'm like 24, so I don't know what's going on. But so I was like all frustrated about that, and then I heard Ann Coulter like say.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say yes. When she was like, "We didn't kill enough Indians."
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Right. And I was just like, you know what? I've had it. I'm just like, I have had it. I was about to play a show in Switzerland, and it was my first show back. And I was like, I've never produced a song all by myself before, and I have a week. So I was like, I'm going to make this. And it's pretty much about, I made my first song in a week. And I was like, you know what? It's about like the false narrative that they've given us and constructed around things taking colonialism, all that BS. And then it's also about taking our power back, which we never lost in the first place. And I was like, I don't want, no offense to anyone, but I personally for this one did not want like a white male producer touching this. I wanted to do it myself. I had clear visuals. I was like, let's go.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And you can hear it. You can hear that the rage in the song, which is really cool.
Yeah. And because it's it was liberating, right? And earlier Stephen and I were talking at the studio about like how everything is like happening right now. As people are writing a lot of music. There's so much creative energy going around, and I think a lot of our creativity is coming out of these the oppressive morals and political hijinks that are going on. That I feel like when you're creative, you have this calling to like clap back to all of this nonsense that's going on. Do you feel that same way?
100%. I mean, I think that all
like
of
we kind of have to
this
level
has-
out the playing ground, like the good and evil and things.
Yes, like I mean, this has kind of been a blitzkrieg of like white supremacy and like privilege supremacy, I want to say. And I think that it's supposed to be meant to surprise us and tear us down, but actually, for all the people I know and myself included, it has just like lit a fire in me, because the thing is, when you're already part of groups that have been oppressed, you know the game. You're not surprised by it.
Exactly.
And it just lights a fire.
Yes, and we've been through this years, for a long time now. So for us,
forever,
we've been able to work under oppression and create art, That's why I'm always like, our ancestors made beautiful things back when they were being tormented by the U.S. government,
Yes.
And we're here today while we also are tormented, but just in a different way, right? This, they were physically, mentally, and, a lot of torment back then, but now it's like the torment of our mind. And if we can help overcome all these, horrible things that people are saying, like Ann Coulter with the Indian thing and the just constant, backlash of like Trump trying to, come for certain tribes, and it's
coming for everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it's on purpose to kind of help confuse us, to discombobulate us. And, I'm lucky, like, for you and I know for us, like, that we can disconnect and not get caught up in all that BS, because it does take your energy away from what's really important. And what's really important is you making music. This podcast came out of me after the inauguration this year and after the fires in LA and just like devastation everywhere. I was like, I have to turn off the TV. I'm not a big TV person anyway, but that really, and the news, like I had to get off of it, start writing. And this is how this podcast came to be, because I needed an outlet that was not feeding into their agenda, which, is, spreading this like fear and hate and all that shit. So I'm so happy that we have figured out the cure for, all of this.
Well, and honestly, I feel like it's our responsibility. Like because not everybody is an artist, and when we see stuff like this, we have to be able to translate it so that everybody can feel connected or something. It's like, because there's so much about like division. Propaganda and whatever is about division, and so as artists, it is our calling to translate at least our emotions so that other people can be like, oh, I feel this too. I'm not alone.
Yes.
And that's a big deal.
1,000%, because visibility is power. And I know, like, growing up for me, I didn't see like many, pop or anti-pop or alt-pop, like Afro-Indigenous or Indigenous or queer artists out there.
Yeah.
And so it's so important to get our voices out there too, because you don't know what next generation you're enlightening to do even more.
Exactly.
This is so true. Yeah, like, we have to do it for the kids.
Yes.
Yep. That's why all these stories that I share, that I have people on here, it's like if some kid can hear this or see this on YouTube, they can be inspired and be like, oh my God, they went somewhere and did something, and I want to do that too. They can hear our stories and it can inspire them, because there's a lot of hopelessness out there, especially kids on the reservations or just kids anywhere. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lucaa.
I'm like tearing up.
This show is like Oprah in that way. Like, tears do happen.
Oh my God, stop. I'm obsessed with being Oprah. If someone cries, I'm the only one that cries on the show. But if someone cries,
not anymore.
Yes, no, this is why I do this, and I ultimately need you actually in the studio, Lucaa, because I want to be in person with you doing this. But we could also do a remote, but I would love to have you in the studio because you are amazing. And I loved your FIT show. You're incredible live. Incredible live. I was just playing Stephen Hinge. Oh, that song. What is that song? Oh, it's just the sweetest, most beautiful song.
So many of the songs. Like, oh my God, My Best Friend's Place.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's
oh my
actually about
God.
MMIW. Yeah. That's about MMIW, that one.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's
Gorgeous.
oh, Lucaa, you're doing the
Yes.
good work.
Thank you.
Um,
So are you all.
Are you okay? So you just had Feast come out. Is there
Mhm.
anything else coming up? Any live shows that you can tell us about? What's next for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I have another single that I'm going to be releasing after this. Yeah. And then,
Amazing.
thank you. And I'm really excited about the collabs that I have on that one. But
Ooh.
but don't worry, I'll come back and talk about
Yes,
talk about that with y'all first.
we love a collab. We love we love a good
do.
feature. Is it coming out before Christmas? Are we crushing the white Anglo-Saxon version of what Christmas is?
Oh my God. It's a holiday release
Such
strategy.
Oh,
Such
that's
BS.
such a good idea.
No, not Lucaa becoming like the holiday killer of music. I love that.
Get ready
idea.
for Easter.
The bunny dies. Oh no!
The bunny died.
Oh, but I love bunnies.
Oh my God, Lucaa,
So
I'm
funny.
obsessed. I need you to write the movie Feast.
Yes. And maybe make some movies for a couple of the other songs because
Yes.
there's a lot of
Aw.
stories in your songs.
Yeah.
I'm so honored that y'all can tell.
Yeah.
That means so much to me. I also know my manager is listening, and he's gonna be like, "I told you."
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good manager then.
Ben knows what's up. Shit.
Hi, Ben.
Ben knows. Ben
Yes.
knows.
So right Feast, I see it and I love the imagery. And if you don't mind, I would love to use some for the episode if that's cool
Yes, please do.
to feature. Okay, cool. Yay! Okay.
Yes, I'm honored.
Oh, Lucaa, thank you for your time. I'm gonna let you go. You get back to writing
Do it.
and please keep us up to date about when your next single is coming out, and we're looking forward to your new music because you are so talented.
And you're Brooklyn based, right? Or New York based?
I'm actually in Virginia for some reason.
Oh,
But I'm in
cute.
New York all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally.
Why don't we
Oh,
take the
yes.
pod to Virginia?
They're all over. They're gorgeous. They're a model.
Thank
That's also
you.
it. It's like you're not only so talented, you have this amazing voice, but they're also really beautiful.
I
Ugh,
mean,
it's just meant to be.
yeah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. we're gonna
I'm like
drive to
bright
Virginia
red.
to watch a show.
Yes, come. Dude, now you have to. You have to now. You said it.
Wait.
Amy has a car. We're gonna do a road
Oh.
trip.
I know. I want to do a
Yes.
road trip. Wait, are you playing in? Where is your next show?
Let's see. Where's my next show? I think it might be in DC.
Oh, DC's even closer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a DC moment.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
I want to be like the Cameron Crowe of all the indigenous musicians.
I
just
love
wanna- Was it
that.
Cameron Crowe who did Almost Famous?
Yes.
And I'll just go, and then I'll
Yes.
also
Originally
do hair.
called Untitled.
Okay, the T.
The T.
But yeah, I just want to go and document like all the amazing music that's coming out of Indian country because it is fucking good.
There's a lot of it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. It's
But
kind of crazy.
I know. Okay, so road trip to DC.
Yes.
Yes.
And get back to writing the movie Feast. And I want everyone to put Feast on their playlist for when you're making food. If you make food on Thanksgiving,
Play it at the dinner table.
play it for everyone at the dinner table. Shut it down.
Change the lights though. Get some gels. Like you need some purple and blue gels.
Yeah, we need the red.
Yeah, we need the red.
Feast.
Yes.
Yes, red.
Oh my God, Lucaa, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on, and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I love you so much.
I love you so much. Mwah.
Enjoy your day.
Ciao.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, the first caller.
Oh my God, we had our first caller, you guys.
That was actually really cute.
That was okay. We kind of ate that up.
Yeah. Oh my God. MTV's gone, so here we are. Let's
Oh
have
my
a
God,
podcast.
MTV. Speaking of music, okay, guys, this is
R.I.P.
the music episode.
Music.
We need to talk about we knew that MTV was going. It's not what it was anymore.
Honestly, I'm in denial, and whose fault is it? Is it people's fault or is it MTV's fault? I don't know. It's sad that it's gone.
It's the internet.
But honestly, nostalgia in my heart, MTV will always be cool.
Oh,
I wanted to be a VJ so bad. I still want to be a VJ.
I think this is me living out my VJ dreams.
Do we need MTV shirts?
Oh my God. We need MTV anything. We need MTV budget.
Oh my God. I really that was one of my childhood dreams, was to be a VJ.
Oh yeah. Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Today we are here to talk about our music. But before we get into the music, I wanted to ask you how your week was.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any thoughts or frustrations that you wanted to talk about and air out right here? This is kind of a different episode structure.
The vibe.
So I was just like, how are you feeling? What's going on in the life of Stephen Franco?
I'm feeling good. It's funny because it's like time is playing tricks on all of us, I feel. And
social construct.
The social construct of
construct.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And my days are really busy, but I'm also feeling really, really creative right now. So it's like the wrestle between day life and creative life, which I think a lot of New Yorkers understand. And so this week has been it's been cool, but also very emotional. I walk to work every day because it's like my way of just being with myself. And so I've enjoyed the week because in my head, and even out loud quite often, I'm writing new songs. And so it's like you're walking down the street, you're trying to figure out what this bridge is going to be or whatever. And then I'm reading a lot. So while those babies, I take care of children in the daytime. While the babies are asleep, I'm reading Wuthering Heights. At night, I've been reading this new Patti Smith memoir. And then also just trying to connect with what I'm writing creatively. So it's been cool. It's been a cool week.
So you have a band, Prima Primo.
Yes.
Who began, now my band had already broken up. Or did we ever get to play a show together?
We never played a show together, which makes me so sad because I loved On the Prowl. I still love On the Prowl. And honestly, I would sing while you guys were performing on stage. I would be singing all the songs.
You would sing along to
I knew
songs.
all the words and everything.
God,
my heart, oh my God.
My heart is iconic. It's an iconic song.
I'm sure you saw me in the audience singing along.
No, because the lights are bright up there.
Yeah. And also you were so in the moment.
I was so
You and Dave were just so it was so special watching you two play.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you say we inspired Prima Primo?
In ways, yes, for sure. Because Prima Primo we were already formed, but watching that, you see the abandon. But it's different because Prima Primo is my cousin and my cousin Jatina. And the thing about On the Prowl was it was really erotically charged.
Erotic?
Oh my God, it was so erotically charged. You watch them and you're like, oh. And so when you're making music with your cousin, it's very different.
Wait, are you saying Dave is hot or I was hot?
You both were hot.
Okay,
it was so hot. Watching you two was like watching a R-rated movie. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I've never heard this perspective before.
No one's ever told you this? Oh my God, because you guys were so intimate on stage. You'd be all over each other, and it was so
As
cute.
I was trying to play my song.
Yeah,
really. Oh my God, I blacked out.
I wish you had video footage.
There isn't. I was actually thinking of this when I was talking to Molly last week about there's no YouTube to find me, but there is a 16 millimeter. Is that the name of the camera?
Really? Yeah, there is a 16 millimeter camera.
One of Dave's friends, who was a film guy, came to our first show and first few shows and recorded us on
I Live
16 millimeter.
But we did perform
16?
together though.
When?
Well, because Dave, we stole Dave, or we didn't steal him. We beckoned Dave to join Prima Primo for a while, and we did that. It was an AIDS benefit concert at the Delancey, I believe, and you did hair. It turned into a hair performance.
Oh my God.
While we performed, and you turned Jatina's hair into a basket, and we filled the basket with condoms, and then she threw them out to the audience. And Dave was playing guitar with us at the time. And yeah.
Oh my God. Did anyone get that on recording?
You know what? We probably have a tape of it.
Oh, that's that.
A tape. Not
tape.
Not a digital recording, but like a little JVC tape of us all performing that. And and that was major because I remember because Prima Prima was very theatrical.
Yes, it's
on
a
stage.
Performance art moment too.
And we have flags. We had flags at the time, like white flags with our logo. And you got them both, and you made like a cross, and you were doing like these things like in front of the stage, and it was really major. And you did Jatina's hair the whole show, turning it into this basket, and it was beautiful.
Oh my God!
That we filled with condoms and threw out to the audience because it was an AIDS awareness show or benefit of some sort.
Oh my God, this is such an amazing story.
It was
a memory
really
that
good.
I don't remember.
You don't?
I remember Dave playing with you, and I remember maybe dancing around, and I feel like I remember the hair moment.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me.
Oh, it was so good. And that was like the one time where like you feel like you're on the prowl, and that was really hot.
Yeah, and I felt like I was in Prima Prima, which is also really hot.
It was so gorge. Like it was such a special moment. Like we loved when Dave
our
played
collab.
With us. Yeah, it was a collab, It was a whole moment.
Wow.
Yeah. Early New York.
The early New York years. Pre my daughter, pre our kids.
Luna. Pre Luna, the child who opened my heart.
Oh, yeah. I know. She opened all of our hearts.
She really did. Oh my God, I love that girl. Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. She's never going to listen to this.
I mean, she's going to clown us, but whatever.
No idea. Let's get into music. Let's get into... Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Mato to the podcast. Hi, Mato.
Hello, hello.
Congrats on your new album, Bygoner.
Thank you very much. I very honored to be here. Honored to, that you feel celebratory of the work too.
The album is great. I'm just going to get right into this. I am loving all the singing that you're doing on this album. You sang before, but this one it's a more mature. Would you say you're in your crooner era?
I'm in my what era?
Crooner, like a crooner, a singer.
Well, it's interesting. That's a great question. So that was definitely a choice that I made intentionally, and a lot of that has to do with basically I was never quite comfortable in my masculinity in several different ways. One of that was the way I sang, the resonance and the timbre of my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you listen to my older stuff, I'm singing at a much higher register and kind of like a nasally type of place.
Yes.
And then something happened. I'm not sure what really happened. Maybe my musical balls dropped or something like that. I don't really know. But two things did happen. I was listening to music with different male artists who have kind of a more deeper register, and also I listened to Ram by Paul McCartney, and
Ooh.
I got more into the Beatles as well. And what really freed me up was the fun that they have on those records, and particularly Linda and Paul McCartney. And so I felt really moved to just kind of go in that type of direction with this new stuff, which is I'm going to do deeper voices. I'm going to utilize that more. And also it's funny because I was noticing when I don't know, I'd play the music for namely just women, and not as a way of it'd be my cousin or my my girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean, just my gal pals, and I played for them, and those low parts would come and they would viscerally
yes,
they'd be oh my God. And I'm just okay, so there's something here.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool. So that's all to say that, yeah, I think in a way it's definitely my crooner era, and it makes it for a really fun time from a performance standpoint too. Really good time.
I also, I just took some notes, and it compared to your other albums, there is that maturity there, and it is lower, and I love it. So keep doing it. I was saying that the aunties and the youngins will love it alike. I think it kind of spans a generation, the tone that you're doing right now, mixed in with, the other dynamic music that you make. It's a perfect addition. So loving the crooner era.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What mind state were you in writing this album? What were you going through? I'm gonna let you state this before I put my thought on it. But what were you going through? What was happening?
I was just falling susceptible to being a side hoe in a few different instances, and like, to be more specific without divulging personal stuff, but basically I had my first run-in with being a third in an open relationship, and I had my run-in with confessing my love for someone who was in a relationship, and then I also had my run-in with being kind of, just being an afterthought to somebody. and
Oh,
and I don't victimize myself whatsoever, because I willingly got into all these
you knew
positions.
what
So it's
time it
like,
was, Mato, with the open and the thruple. You knew what was
yeah,
happening.
and honestly, like, it was a means of kind of figuring out what that is, and
Yeah.
kind of going through it. And also, I kind of came to this place of like, well, I'm the common denominator between all these things. Why am I attracted to folks like this? Like, what's going on? And so that's kind of where I was. And I had the unfortunate circumstance of like going through it several different times. And so, yeah, I was just making music about it. So I ended up making around 80 to 90 songs about these different topics
What?
and what I was
Yes.
going through. And then I whittled it down to 9 of my favorite, and just knew that it was kind of time. And yeah, it was really fun. And Bygoner kind of, that the name even means like, I let bygones be bygones. And so, I felt like that kind of I was letting go of stuff, and like, it's okay, we'll get through it. But I initially was gonna call it, Side Hoe Sagas,
Yeah.
but my last album already had enough alliteration, so I was like, let me try something else.
Oh, Mato, I
Yeah.
love that. So you were just like not crashing out, but you were running into love, falling in and out of love, and like figuring out the dynamics of multiple people, or like not monogamy, polygamy. Is it polygamy? No. What is it?
Polyamory.
Polyamory. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So this is your polyamory album.
Yeah, in so many ways. Like, I think it was kind of, and it's not even me necessarily like declaring that I'm poly, because
No.
I don't think I am really. Um, but it is me being like, well, what does it mean to kind of be with someone who has, like, the Sunroof song, which is the first single on it. I'm kind of personifying the other person, and they're like, hey, check it out. Help him see the side of my heart that gives too much to rush, and that can't settle down for anything less than what's unknown. And
Yes.
when I was talking to this person, when I was falling in love with this person, I would ask them, because I didn't really get it. I was like, are you just like horny? Like, do you just need to be with several people? Is that what poly is? And
Right.
they broke it down to me. They're like, no, basically, like, I just can't really, like, I have all this love in my heart, and it's not really bound by any sort of like monogamous thing that I've like been able to reconcile with.
Oh
And
my God,
so,
Mato, I've had this same conversation when
yeah.
so I had a little hoe phase after I divorced my husband, my baby daddy. I was with him for 20 years practically,
Uh-huh.
and I was single all of a sudden. And so I was out in the streets, I was outside, and I had met this guy, and yes, he was polyamorous, and he explained exactly how you said the heart it's for a lot of people, basically. And I understood that, and I understood him exactly, and I was like, okay. But yeah, then it becomes, they have a primary partner, and then you're not the primary, and so so it was an interesting. I myself have found myself in a side hoe. That was the closest to being a side hoe that I was, and I enjoyed it because it's like no stakes if you're really just not trying to be in a serious relationship. But then when you want to ask questions and get a deeper answer, sometimes it's kind of hard to face, Or you write an album about it, a great album, and here we are
Thank
today.
you. Yeah, it is. It's a weird thing, and props to everyone that I was like with. Things for the most part were pretty communicated to me,
Yes.
and which was great. It's like I'm not having some sort of tumultuous,
Yeah.
getting cheated on, or I was cheating with someone, or someone was cheating on their partner with me. It was nothing like that. It was very like, it kept it very funky.
Yeah.
With that though, there's still the kind of sorting through those emotions and what it
Right.
renders and stuff. So yeah, it is a weird thing. It's a really, like, when I first got involved with the poly person, I was Googling, I was researching, I had no understanding of it. Like, I had no
Me
clue, and
neither.
it really like fucks you up, and
Yeah.
and it's definitely not for everyone, and I don't think it was really for me
Yeah. Yeah.
either, because I was like, okay, I get it, but it's also like there's a immense amount of like you have to be like really okay with a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And I think you have to like have this like skill in compartmentalizing that I don't have. And
Yeah.
I'm also a Scorpio, so it's like I like
Yeah.
lead with emotion on a second to second basis, so it's like I can't really,
Yeah.
I can't have that be like tampered with necessarily. So yeah, but it was a crazy thing, and like a lot of this music was really great too, because like it was it I don't know, it was cool to like I didn't really know what to make of it until I wrote the song, and then I would kind of come to and be like, oh, that makes sense. Like there's one song on the album called A Damn Shame,
Mm-hmm.
and I really like that one, and I'm talking about, someone who I fell for, who was in a relationship, and I'm not, I mean, I wrote a lot of songs about like, yo, you should definitely leave them. Like, you need to leave them now. But I was like, let me not release that
Such a
sentiment. Let me
Scorpio.
release like, let me release like the more heartfelt, vulnerable thing. So I'm in the verse, which I didn't even really understand until I wrote it in the song, was like, yeah, like, um, you're stuck between the rocks and my bracelet, hard places, complacent. I don't see me slowing down for the, I don't see me slowing down for the fragrance, or I don't see me slowing down for the basic, chasing the fragrance of C notes. We know
Yes.
regal fate. We know regal fate doesn't equal easy entrance. Ain't a shame my dates are all pay and no play. You syncopate a simpler way. You're seeing someone who's living more accessible than me. I'm texting you when I can breathe. Schedule is hectic because I'm obsessed with impressing you. In the process, I've lost all the time to make you mine. So it's like that shit. I was like, God damn. It was just this like work. It was like this
Yes.
like workaholic kind of
Yeah.
realization of like, I want this person, um but I know that I can't really give them what they would need out of a relationship. So like, what is that about? What is all this about? So yeah, it was kind of a come to moment in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
making the
And
song.
bittersweet, right? Because you're this amazing artist that's booked and busy, and you have to commit time to a relationship, and you were, like, it's kind of cool. You have this reflection of self-reflection and self-actualization of, I don't have this in me, but I want you to see me, and I want you to love me. It's so
Hmm.
great. What Mato, I immediately loved Maisie Jones.
Yes,
I
it sounds
think
great.
everyone is loving that from what I can tell. And I feel like you're describing so many strong Native women. And that lyric breakdown of the moment with the baby daddy who lives on allowances, she's moving mountains without that bitch. Yes, like, thank you, because baby daddies ain't shit sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no, for real. That song, yeah. So that song was a direct, um, yeah, that was a direct response to. I mean, I've always, since I've been a little boy, I've like always been more. I've gravitated to women friendships way more than male friendships, and I definitely have some like guy friends, but my girlfriends are like those are like more of my chosen family.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just being raised by sisters or, you know, being fruity, whatever. But like, I love women and I love hanging out with women. And when you have the privilege of being around women, you understand the, you
Yes.
know, the psychology of how fucked up men are. And so it just kind of gave me like a greater access and like an understanding and a sympathy. And that song, but I think the important part of that song for me was like not centering a man as much, you know, of like this character Maisie Jones is so like I was really moved by my cousins, by my aunties, by my all these women in my life who like have this like fortitude and this kind of like brazen quality to them of like I don't care. And
Yeah, you made her a bad bitch. Like the
yeah,
lyrics are like so dope and strong, and she's fucking cool, and your voice and your singing in that. Oh, it's so good.
thank you. Yeah, I'm really
Love it.
proud of that song. And it's really there's a brevity to it too. It's like it's not so because you make a song like that, or if I describe a song like that by a native artist, you're gonna think it's like, you know, fist up, you
Right,
know,
right.
really intense, we are strong, resilient women. And I'm like, that shit's cute, but like how much does that dehumanize
Yes.
a woman? You know, like how much is that
Yeah.
just like painting this kind of like stereotypical like
Yes.
lionizing kind of like because I think that's kind of what I've seen within Indian country and beyond, which is like there's this mentality that a lot of even women themselves will kind of carry themselves towards. And I don't think it's wrong. It's just I think I want to question. I want to like dissect it a little bit. It's like it seems like we kind of like um almost have this like uh calcified idea of like feminism and womanhood and strength. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, this resilience, you're so strong, you put up with so much, we need to remember our strong indigenous women. But it's like, yeah, but we also need to humanize our
Yeah.
indigenous women. We need to like actually give them depth and complexity and nuance and flaw and humor and all this type
Yes.
of stuff. And like I'm not saying it's
Eh,
not happening, it's not happening as much as I think it should be happening.
totally. And I like you were in the song you're describing, you know, like Maisie will pull up and beat your ass, you know? Like she will
Yeah,
come up and slap a hoe. Like that's real. And that does humanize us because we are everything all involved across the spectrum of being a human being, you know, especially as indigenous women, we are, you know, constantly dehumanized. So we need every you know, perspective of who we are out there. So this song just does that so well. So thank you.
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so like in gratitude with all the like native women and indigenous women like who I don't know, that's really like that's been kind of the nucleus of a lot of my career in the past, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years of like, yeah, they're like I'm kind of learning how my music impacts that demographic. And I'm really, yeah, it's really touching to me. And like I just, yeah, I was thinking about this past week of like what I've been up to. And I was in New York, and then I was in Seattle, and then I went to Vancouver. And I'm just thinking about all these stops I have for like I'm doing work, and I'm also like kind of releasing the album. And
Yeah.
they're all like, you know, 2 out of the 3 was like Tidelands Art Gallery in Seattle, and that's ran by Matika Wilbur, who's like this badass
Mate,
native woman who runs
yes.
all my relations. So I did the podcast with her, and then we like
Yes,
did
I
this
saw
album
that.
party, and it was really sick. And then I'm in Vancouver for Vancouver Indigenous Fashion Week, which is like
Yeah.
primarily Native women modeling and like a lot of Native women designers. and like ran again by Native women who embraced me and who like, you know, included me and like let me perform and all this. Like, and I'm just thinking, I'm
Yes.
kind of like, you know, recounting all that. I'm like, man, this is like, I'm so like, and most of my, like, a lot of my collaborators too are Native women, and it's like, it's nice because I don't lead with that, and that's never been my intention. Like, I'm not trying to politicize my creativity. It's just more like that is really the fabric of what I'm trying to do, and like where I find the most comfort and excitement of like doing that. Because yeah, it's just really it's really great. And like um yeah, so anyway, that's all to say. I just wanted to give a quick shout out.
Oh my God. And we can tell by your music too that you love women, and we're going to keep supporting you. But you mentioned I love the features on the album.
Yeah.
How do you choose your features? Do you like write a song and think like, ooh, Ruby Waters would go hard on this, or like, do you think of him before, or it's like you write something and you're like, oh, I hear Tia on this, or how do you come up with that?
Yeah, so for this record, I had, well, basically everyone, everyone that on the record, every feature I have done a show with, like in person, like I've physically done a show with them. Furthermore, a few of them, or a handful of them, I opened for them. And so when I
Nice.
open for folks, I really take it serious because it's like, well, I'm warming the crowd up for you. And like also zooming, like, or to analyze it too, it's like opening, like I'm ensuring that what
Yeah.
I have done in my career is supporting what you're doing in your career, because I want to bolster whatever you're doing. And like, yeah, sometimes you can open for someone like you don't even know who the headliner is, but like I don't really do that shit. Like I'm very intentional with who I like do shows with. And so with that, I was like opening, like I opened for Travis, I opened for T.I., I opened for Ruby, I opened for Black Belt, all of them I was on tour and I opened for them. And so that was really important for me to like communicate to them, like, yo, like, and you know, the opening gigs, you don't get paid really anything. And I'm okay
Right.
with that because it's never been about that for me. It's like, well, no, I want to show you that like I really respect what you're doing and I admire it, and I see you as someone who I want to make stuff with and like be friends with. And all those people I just mentioned are like my fucking homies now too. Like we genuinely like, you know,
Yeah.
spent so much time together outside of even making the music. And I think that was a really unique thing. And so to answer your question, like I think the song, I'll just go down the list real quick. Maisie Jones, I made that, and I then was asked to join Ruby on tour, and I was like, yeah, like I could totally hear her on this, because seeing her live with a band and everything, I was like,
Yes.
yeah, she would like bring such a life to this song. And then Tia on Special Treatment, that was more of like
Whoa,
a,
whoa. Okay, wait. Now, special treatment. Hold on now. Hold on now, because I got activated, Mato. I got
uh,
activated when the beat drops out and those sirens start going. Ooh, and the oohs and the ahs. Okay, wait.
yeah,
What was going on? I was living. That song is so hot. I got
thank you.
activated.
Good.
And
I'm glad to
Tia's
hear that.
Tia's voice is amazing, but yeah, it's so sexy at the end of the little ooh ah, I love you deeply. I was like, okay, let's go. Yes.
Yeah, that was a cool moment because it was like for me, I was like, I just haven't heard Tia in that context.
Right.
Um, and that was really fascinating to me because yeah, she's a fucking wizard. She's so good. And I was like, I hear her on a lot of great production and stuff, and I wanted to kind of like join the circle and be like, yeah, this is like what I want to hear you on, more of like a dance beat, like a, you know, Kate Trinata-esque almost type of like, you
Yeah.
know, zoom, zoom,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so I was like, yeah. And then she killed that. And that was a long time in the making. And then we finally had time to link up in LA for a few different sessions, which was really fun. And we kind of like, we were already friends before that, but we really became closer because we both said in so many words, like, oh, we're doing the same thing right now. Like we're trying to figure out the same formula to music making. And she grew up singing more like powwow stuff, and
Yep.
I sang like ceremonial stuff, but not necessarily powwow stuff. And so we kind of got to like go in that way too with other stuff that we haven't yet released. But yeah, that was sick.
Love that
She
song.
knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
it's so good. I mean,
Leftovers
how can
was
you? Wow.
yeah.
Sweet.
Leftovers was sick. That was very collaborative between KP and I, Black Belt.
Yeah.
We've made like several songs
Yeah.
together at this point. We're like collaborative, we're like creative companions. Like we really get each other. And similar with her, she kind of articulated it more than I did, but she was like, yeah, like she wanted to, because she's such a great singer, she also doesn't do a whole lot of singing outside of like the Black Belt Eagle Scout context.
Right.
And with that, it's so personal, and there's a lot of like of her cultural elements and her land involved and stuff like that. And so my gift to her was like, yeah, just hearing her on different production. And she's such a pop girly too. Like she loves pop music and she loves R&B and stuff like that. So every time we've gotten to collaborate,
cool.
I always kind of keep that in mind of like her being able to explore that territory a little more, because I kind of come from that territory more. I'm not indie rock. I'm more in the pop, R&B, hip hop landscape. And so being able to kind of go through that together is really sick. And I had Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong in mind when we made that song, because they have
like the duet.
A couple. Yeah.
I love
and
that.
I was like really wanted to explore that a little more between she and I, and like how can we do that? How can we make a song that like has that type of synergy? And so yeah, we did that. And then what was it? Travis came about. We made that song together too in the studio. That was like our first time hanging out too. And so it's funny, like sometimes we did the inverse of like, I think I was close with all those people that I just mentioned, and then we made the music. But with him and I, we didn't know each other terribly well, and then we made that song, and then we got to know each other really well.
That's cool.
But yeah, we just both loved that song, and it was really cool. And
I love
like,
that song. I love that song.
He's such a dope person, and like, yeah, he's a really good friend. And so anyway, we that came together. And then Phoenix, she rounds out the record, and she's super sick. We had done a few shows together. She was Chicago based at the time, but what's interesting too is I literally like traveled to work with all these people too, because I'm very like driven in regards to like, I'm not gonna wait for a yes. I'm like, well, no, I'm just gonna go like do it. Like it's gonna, know. And so for me, like I had patience with all these people, but I was also like, why don't I just go to you?
I'll
like
just
I
come
have
to you.
yeah, I have the equipment, I have the shit. Let's just whatever. I have the money. Like it's not terribly expensive. I'm just literally gonna go to where you are. So I went to Whistler, British Columbia with Ruby, and I went to Seattle, and I went to LA, and I went to Texas for Phoenix, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go where you are. I don't really care. Like I'm working with a sense of urgency, and I want to make this shit happen. So let's just do it.
So because the inverse of that would be like you waiting for them to send you a verse, or
yeah, the inverse would be like that, or like, oh my God, we need to work together every time you see them in public,
and then
not happens.
Then nothing happens.
I just don't like. I really, when I want something, nothing else is on my mind besides executing that. And
you're
so
proactive. I mean, that's why you're so, you've made it. I mean, you're making it. You're successful because of, when you want something, you get it done, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's like, I think I've learned a lot of great lessons from people in my career and everything. And one of them is like, it's a bit of a like, analogy for life and stuff. It's like, well, you when you're writing a script, if you're already thinking about like budget, you lost. Like that's wrong. Like you're losing what creativity is about. So it's like
you're focusing on the wrong. Yeah, you're not focusing on the creative part of it.
Exactly, because you can always scale down, but you can't. If you start from that place, scaling up is impossible. And so you need to start from a place of you have an infinite amount of You have an infinite amount of budget, because it's like literally, I mean, obviously you don't, but like it's a figurative thing of like, well, no, you can't you can't limit yourself that quickly in it. And I feel like I meet a lot of artists who are operating on that type of time of like, well, like I gotta make sure I have like,
but I don't have this, so I can't do that. Oh man.
Yeah. I have to have this many Spotify listeners. It's like, no, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
Who told you that? Like, you don't. Do you? Yeah, it's like, it's tough. It's like a metric thing, and it's like I know, and I just don't exist in that. Like, I just choose not to, and that's hurt my career and it's helped my career. So it's not. This isn't the right way to do it in any way. But for me, I was like, nah, like I don't care, and I want to make music, and I want to make people move. And I'm not gonna wait for a yes. And like, I don't even talk about this shit usually, but like, you know, I got so many no's for this album. I reached out to record labels, and they all were like, oh, we like the music, but like, I don't think we can. My own label didn't even fund it. Like, I'll say that shit. I'll say straight up, like they were like, no, we can't help pay for this. I'm like, okay, and it's like that.
And that didn't stop you.
No, that only honestly fuels me. It's like, okay, cool, and like. It's just, I don't know. I don't allow that stuff to get in my creative kind of fervor, because it's like, well, nah.
Well, that's a creation killer. You know, that's a creative killer. You know, if you let like the budget and who's going to pay for it and the like, but what if, you're never going to make anything. So that's amazing, Mato. And wow, what a great lesson, like that you just kind of spilled on us right now. You know, this is amazing. As a creative, you need to hear these kind of things. You know, when even people in your own ring are like not supporting you, you are your biggest champion. You know, you're fighting for your creativity, and you're making things constantly, and you're showing up for things constantly, and it's paying off, and it will pay off in the end, and it is, you know. So that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's so important for creatives to hear that. Like, don't worry about the what ifs, and I don't have, you know, just write it, just create it. So thank you. I wanted to ask, do you have a favorite off of the album? I know that's hard. They're all your babies. Do you have a fave?
I think it changes, definitely.
Totally.
I think, at this moment, God, it's tough. I feel like the opening, Bygoner, it's probably tied between that and Maisie Jones. I'm directing a music video for Maisie Jones, and so I've been listening to that a lot more. So I'm like, God damn, this is a good song.
It is so good.
But I do love Bygoner. Bygoner is so fun to perform. I've only got to perform it a few times now, but like, God damn, that is so, because it's like, also like that song was really emphatic for me. Like that song was in an ode kind of to like two of the closest friends in my life, and we all lived together for like a short amount of time in California. And so that song is like an homage to the times we had together, because it's like, like, woke up in a new direction, air mattress causing tension in my neck. I could have bought a bed. I spent it on studio rent and matching pendants with my brethren. And so it's like this time in my life when, I was like literally sleeping on an air mattress. My life was changing so much, and I had money, but I was like, it was my first money I was really making in my life. And I was like, this was like a couple years ago. I was like, I had money, and like I could give a shit less. Like I lived on an air mattress. I was getting, I say in that song, $5 movies on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Archibald's when we're feeling bougie. And Archibald's is like, shout out to the Inland Empire in California.
Yes.
It's like a restaurant that's on Archibald Avenue. And so it's really good. It was like kind of expensive though. So we'd like go there.
When you were balling out.
That song, and like, and like, your forgiveness ain't my business anymore. That's like a really, it's a great line on that, because that song is about me getting over an ex and getting over like all this type of stuff, and so I think overall the record and that song really, and it's hard to like come to terms with this, but that song wouldn't happen if I didn't stop if I didn't stop caring about what people thought of me, and I had to go through a lot of growing pains, which is just kind of what happens when you get any sort of fame. Like, I was
Yeah.
getting notoriety for my art and everything, and yeah, people of my past were coming out and like saying stuff about me, and it really, like, it broke me. Oh my God, it broke me.
Yeah.
And one of them was an ex, and like what she was saying just like broke me. But
Oh,
I was like, well, that's what they want. And it's like,
yeah.
okay, well, if that's what they want, then my only form of defense and like liberation is to just be myself, because it was that lesson of like, well, I cannot control what people are going to say about me, what they think about me, how they judge me, how they move around me. And so I'm like, okay, well, all that, it was a valuable lesson in like, you can't control anything. It was almost very Buddhist. It was
Exactly.
like,
It
I can't
is.
control anything. The only thing I can do is control my reaction, and also just know who I am, and come into every room or every setting or every energy with the most authentic form of myself, and just come with kindness and like respect.
Yeah.
And that will, like, that will radiate and that will emanate
And
far
people will
greater than what anyone's going to say about you.
and people are attracted to the authenticity. That is, I think, why people are so attracted to you, and to your music, is because you live authentically. So thank you to all those people in the past that talk shit, because that helped you get to where you are now, and you are so nice. And this just goes to show that you can be your true self no matter what they were trying to say or trying to hurt you in any way. There are plenty of people that like who you are. I wanted to ask about, you mentioned performing Bygoner, and
Hmm.
I know you and KP are going on tour together. When does that
Yes.
tour start?
It starts on February 7th in Massachusetts. We're playing at Mass Mocha, and then we're
Okay,
gonna go.
yes. I was going to ask
Yeah.
you. Okay. So I live between, I mean, not even between, but I live outside of New York City. So I'm like, do I go to the Mass Mocha show, or do I go to the Brooklyn show, or do I go to both? Because I'll probably go to both. But I was excited about the Mass Mocha because have you been to Mass Mocha before?
No, I haven't. It'll be my first time.
It's amazing. It's a total vibe. It's in an old factory. And so I kind of want to see you guys in that setting, because that will just be cool. And is that a Jeffrey Gibson moment as well?
Yeah, I think so basically that show is kind of in conjunction, yeah, with what something KP already had going on, and then she was like, "Hey, curators, can we make this a part of the tour?" And so yeah, she would know more about it, but yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
believe it is a Gibson
Yeah, because
exhibit.
Jeffrey
So
Gibson is, he does things all the time at Mass Mocha. So I know him and KP have worked together before. So when I saw the Mass Mocha, I was like, oh, I want to go see this. This will be fun. Um,
yeah.
and then you go to Brooklyn, which will also be great. So, have you and KP been on tour together before?
No, not together. We've done a handful of shows, but no, this is our first time
What a
going on tour. And
super tour! Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be fun. It literally just happened because she messaged me maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. She's like, "Hey, I want to do some shows this year or next year." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then we kind of like were spitballing. I'm like, "Well, I have an album coming out. What if we just do like a tour and figure it out?" And she's such a veteran when it comes to like touring. She knows such a great amount, and she's been doing it for so long, and I have not, like, admittedly, like I've only gone on like a couple tours, and I don't really know how to do it and stuff. So she yeah, has been very gracious, and I've been learning a lot, and it's been really cool. So yeah, yeah, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be super fun.
yeah, that's gonna be a great little tour. I cannot wait to see you guys. Is there anything else? I mean, you are constantly all over the place. Is there anything else coming up that you would like to talk about, or that's, something coming up next for you?
Yeah, so keep listening to Bygoner, everyone. there will be more things coming out with that, so I don't want to spill the beans too. But yeah, if anyone is listening in the Twin Cities area in Minnesota, I'm doing a play here called A Christmas in Ochopee with New Native Theater. That'll be running from December 3rd to the 21st at I think it's called 825 Art Center in St. Paul. It's the world's largest Native theater organization, which is super dope. And so yeah, I've been in Minneapolis. I'm actually at rehearsal right now. I'm about to go in.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm super stoked for that.
That
And then
sounds amazing. Oh my goodness.
check
Okay.
out The Lowdown on FX and
Yes.
Hulu.
Oh, Mato, what an amazing, all of your scenes in that are incredible. The Lowdown. If you all have not seen The Lowdown, what are you doing? It is the finale. I'm still like wrapping my head around it. It was so special, and I'm Osage, so the Osage land back moment, I was like, oh my God, yes, Sterling. So you did such a great job in The Lowdown. But
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mato, I'm gonna let you go get into rehearsal. Thank you so, so much for taking the time to call in to the show.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Amy. Yeah, and I appreciate you reaching out, and I'm excited to hear this on the airwaves.
Yes. All right, Mato. Have a great rehearsal, and thank you so much.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Bye. Let's do some colonizer allies that we love.
Okay.
I want to start with Florence. Florence and the Machine.
Are we gonna call her a colonizer?
Oh my God, we love. I just said because they're not the indigenous dolls.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's true.
It's true. So
I don't know how to twist it.
It's a fun thing.
Florence, good job. Wow, this Everybody Scream album the writing is insane. I love it.
Everybody Scream is the 6th full-length album from Florence and the Machine. And when I thought of that, when I wrote it, it's like I work with Florence. I do Florence's hair when she is in New York. And I have been working with her since Ceremonials.
Wow. And Ceremonials is a moment.
Since 2012. And we met, I did her hair for the Met Ball. It was like, first time meeting you. Okay, we're going to the Met Ball. And it became, it was Vogue Best Dress, Best Hair, Makeup, like Best Beauty.
Yeah.
So it was, we got off to like an amazing start. And that
was a really good moment for her too. Like,
yeah,
Ceremonials changed a lot. Oh my God.
Ceremonials is
that album.
An iconic album.
That's my second favorite Florence.
Yeah.
After this new one.
So we were backstage. We did the album rollout for Everybody Scream.
Yeah.
Leading up to Halloween, which was the release date.
Yeah.
And on Halloween, she had a show at Pioneer Works in Brooklyn. And we were backstage, and her baby was out, right? At, midnight on Halloween. It came out. She could breathe again because for a couple of weeks leading up to it, we were doing all the Jimmy Fallons and Seth Meyers and Rolling Stone, all the rollout stuff that you have to do to promote the album.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure like as an artist, you're just, especially like this kind of prolific songwriter and performer that she is, she's nervous about it. Like, how are people going to take it, And so we were backstage at Pioneer Works, and I was like, your baby's born. You released it into the world. I told her that Buckle has me in a chokehold. I had listened to it early that morning on my way before going to see her in Brooklyn. I was like, I'm like, girl, Buckle has me in a chokehold. I'm obsessed. It was just like instantly loved it. And so then she was like, oh my God, we're talking about, how happy she was. And she was like, asking me and Lisa, who've been working with her, she's like, we've been together for so long. And and she gets nervous sometimes. And she's like, I love everything you guys do. And it just gets, intense sometimes.
Yeah.
But she was like, we've just been through so much. And I'm like, I know, and I love it. And I have so much compassion for her, for all women that are in music, because it is a double standard with women and how they have to look, you know, and how they have to perform and they have to be, you know, they have to do more than the men have to do.
For sure. And what I love about this new Florence album is that she's really fearless about talking about that or singing about it, really. Because the lyrics, like when she in The Greatest, or one of the greats, when she talks about how she's just like wishes she could be a man and make boring music just because she could. Like, you're like, girl, did you just say that? Like, when I heard that line, I remember because I was watching the video at the same time, and it was like the second single. And when she said that, my soul fell. I was like, oh my God, you just said that. Like, it was so brave.
And she was saying that in Beauty too when we were doing glam. She's like, fuck, I just want to be a man. I don't want to have to do all of this, you know? Like, and I totally fucking get it.
I was really proud of her for expressing it so eloquently. Like, because I feel like the writing on this album is just
wait till
top
you see
tier.
that live.
Top tier.
She did it live at Pioneer Works. That one live is going to be even just from one day from people listening to it.
Florence live is insane. Like,
it's insane.
And I thank you for that because like you invited us to the show. And I remember because it was like the first show I went to after the pandemic. And oh my God, it was religious. Like it was an amazing show. And she's amazing live.
She's amazing live. And it is like, it is kind of the spiritual experience for a lot of her fans.
Yeah.
Because they relate so much, and what she's saying is so deep.
Yeah.
And it heals a lot of people, and you know, she's so vulnerable with her lyrics and how she writes, and you know, even like this album, Everybody Scream, you know, she's talking about having ectopic miscarriage.
Yeah, which, oh my God.
So she was having an ectopic miscarriage before she was to go on stage during Dance Fever, one of the shows she had on tour. And, you know, she made a comment in this Rolling Stone interview that we did, you know, before her album came out about like, you know, that's what women do, right? We have pain, you know, whatever. We have our cramps, we have things going on, but you take ibuprofen and you go to work.
Yeah.
You know, and that's literally what she did. And she got on stage. And another beautiful moment too was that when she hit the stage, like her pain was gone.
Yeah.
And that part of being a performer must feel so, you know, incredible.
It's
just
everything. That's the moment.
Like that being a vessel for creativity and no pain, nothing is coming through you. And in her songs, you know, she can be as loud as she wants to be.
And she doesn't have to be normal or nice or like, that song, I have to say, that's my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, Everybody Scream.
Yeah, Everybody Scream.
This was one of the lyrics that I loved. But look at me run myself ragged, blood on the stage. But how can I leave you when you're screaming my name? She's talking about the stage. She's talking about her fans.
Yeah.
She's fucking blood. She literally was like losing blood.
Yeah.
And was like, but how can I not go on when you're fucking, you know, how can she cancel the show? Like, this is her passion.
That's her life.
Yeah.
Like,
and then,
she's a stage girl.
Yeah, she's a stage girl. And so yeah, live, she's just a whole animal, and it is such a beautiful thing to watch.
It's amazing.
But yeah, so she did go to the hospital, and she got checked out, and it was life threatening.
Yeah.
Thank God she did listen to her body. And so I think this album too is her getting back in touch with her body. And she was saying a lot in interviews about she had to get this album out. This like she has to move on from this experience. And this album is just like helping her go through all of these emotions and like physical things that with being a woman and having fallopian tubes and you know, so many women have these experiences of miscarriage, and so it just created a bond, even more so with her women followers, and not only women but just her fans. Like she really creates this beautiful stage for community and togetherness and vulnerability that I think that's why she's so popular. Her fans are like,
I mean, and
eating up.
I appreciate the immediacy of that statement when she was, because I saw that interview as well, and she was talking about how if she didn't release it right this second, it would never come out. And you're just like, oh, damn, like, thank you for, one, not over filtering your truth, and for two, for sharing a story that is going to connect with a lot of people, because a lot of people go through things and, you know, maybe you fall victim to it and then you just like put it to the side. And for her to be like, no, I'm going to show some light on this and hopefully empower other people to keep going.
Yes.
You know, and that was really cool.
Yes. And she does.
Yeah.
Empower people to keep going.
You know, like,
her fans
when you see those people screaming her name, like, you know why she says that.
Yeah.
You know, it really showed the communal aspect of live shows when you see her perform. You're like, oh, us all being in this room together, seeing this is powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. It is a little coven.
Oh, yeah.
It is a witch coven. She's like leaning into the witchery, which I love.
She's a supreme.
She's the supreme, honey. Yeah. Okay, so my fave songs, Everybody Scream, One of the Greats, Sympathy Magic, and Buckle. I mean, there's so, like, Kraken I love. What are your favorites?
Perfume and Milk.
Perfume and Milk
Perfume
is so
and Milk. The whole album has this, like, grimy bass that I'm obsessed with. And so, like, when you hear it in songs like Perfume and Milk, One of the Greats, there's this, like, griminess that I'm
the guitars too, right?
Obsessed.
It kind of has a live sound.
Yeah, and so Perfume and Milk really, something about it just really hits me. Yeah, and
Great.
Everybody Scream. Everybody Scream might be my favorite, but Perfume and Milk second for sure.
I can't wait. So yeah, good job, Flo. We love her.
Florence,
it's great fall time. Get into the fall time, doll.
Get into the fall. Get into some grimy bass and guitar.
Okay, so let's go into Rosalia. Dead on arrival. Oh my God.
She killed us and made us resurrect. Like,
I can't.
wow.
I'm still not over Berghain, so I don't even know what's going on with my life.
Honestly, this album is like the kind of album that you can't even play with other people.
No.
Like, I
know that's actually. Yeah, can we play this? Is this a moment? Like,
my
we play
God.
it around at a house party or a get together?
No, I would get mad because people would talk or something, and then I would be like, "You're not respecting what this work is." This honestly, and I mean, I'm a girl who will praise everything, or not everything, but I'm one of those people that like is very hyper excited about things. I really feel like this might be one of the greatest albums of the decade. If not of all time.
I feel you.
Because wow, like the bravery.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like singing about faith is not something that is easy to do.
So the album is about, okay, so I know know all the things.
Oh, yeah, let's tell people.
Is it about the saints? It's about all these different saints.
Luke's, light. I'm gonna just jump in. So
Please.
Okay.
you're my Rosalia
stan, and not even a stan though. Like I'm more like the teacher. I'm I don't know what the word is right now. Professor. I'm on professor level with Rosalia sometimes, and she was talking about Lux, which means light in Latin, and when you hear that title and when you listen to the work, which is basically this study on faith and about not just about faith but about being of the earth and faith, and like how when the two things converge it's not always comfortable. And her idea for Luke's, like, you think it's just like light beaming on you, but to her it actually was if you were inside something dark and there were cracks and you see the cracks of light, that's what this album is about. And so when you think about that, you're like, that is what this album is about. It's filled with chaos. It has all these beautiful, classically trained operatic moments, these lush orchestras, but it all comes from a place of like being stuck in the dirt or something. Not even the dirt though, like stuck in a city, like of like concrete. And when you hear this record, you're like, oh my God, all I want to do is meet God halfway in the sky. You know what I mean? When you hear it. And you're just like, and I didn't think I felt that way. And then when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, like from your mission statement from the first track to the last statement of the album, it's this whole idea of like wanting to find hope or faith. And I really applaud Rosalia for doing it, like, because that is not an easy thing to express.
No, and to this, it's grandiose. I mean, London Symphony Orchestra.
Baby, the budget. And wow, like to get those people, like to get the London
Symphony Orchestra to get to the level of writing that this album is, like,
I don't know if you've heard her talk about how she wrote it.
No, I haven't. And I'm also, I don't speak Spanish. So how are you? Did you get the English Cliff's Notes?
Well, one thing, it's not just in Spanish. It's 13 languages.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like Ukrainian, Hebrew,
Arabic.
Japanese, Arabic, Italian, some other ones, 13 of them. And what's amazing about it is that in the rollout of this album, she's done this thing where you can read them in your language to be able to get closer to the lyrics. And so
thank you for enlightening us.
Yeah.
all.
So if you go to YouTube, you can select them there. The lyric quality is insane. Like when you read it, you're just like, wow, you really did spend 1 year laying in a bed trying to find the right way to express something. Because like, the first song she's singing about how she just wants to meet God halfway somehow, and how, it's like she's stuck here on earth, but she wants to be of the sky and of the earth. And you're like, oh, this is a beautiful mission statement.
Yes.
And then to break it down into the record is broken into 4 different movements, like a classical piece of music would be. And so one is about the desire, to reach something higher. But then the middle is like the messiness of earth and about wanting revenge and wanting all the possessions and things that we all want, know, and how like that like fogs us from
like the secular world.
Yeah, the secular world. And then it goes back into finally ascending.
Yes.
And so it's a really beautiful moment. And I really recommend that you go to YouTube and watch each of the songs so that you can know what she's singing, because it's, besides it just being sonically beautiful, the lyrics are gorgeous.
So okay, Rosalia, I love her. Her voice is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I saw this little meme of her driving around in this like little Spanish sports car, smoking with the manual shift, like such a Euro kind of girl.
Which she does do.
Yes. And so I was like, also, okay, this bitch smokes, like, and has this voice. So I'm like,
she got kicked off of TikTok Live for
smoking. Yeah, she's such a smoker, but her voice. And so then Vanity Fair or one of these publications did a questionnaire, and they were talking about her sign. And then it all made sense when I found out that she was a Libra.
Yeah.
Because of course she's a Libra, because Libras are vice lords. We love everything. Libras like indulge so much that we're just like, yes, like living the life. But yeah, so that made sense. But another snippet of the Vanity Fair piece or whatever was, which I sent to you. Libras are natural flirts, right? So we're naturally like get on with people really well, and sometimes it's works in our favor, and sometimes it backfires when we're like, oh no, wait, I'm not. This is not like we're not. I'm not trying to,
I'm just hee hee.
We're just nice. I'm hee hee ha ha siempre, and so we got ha ha hee ha. Wait,
hee hee ha ha
siempre, and so. I love that about her, which is also so Libra, is that she created this crazy aria, opus, whatever the fuck we want to call it, this beautiful piece of an album. But then she's also hee hee ha ha siempre.
I mean, it makes
she's
me
still a young pop star.
It makes me so jealous. Like I wish I was a Libra in that regard. I mean, I love being an Aquarian, but
I mean, it's not for everyone, and it is. I mean, we're constantly trying to find balance, and that in itself is so frustrating.
Libra appreciation,
but it makes sense with her desire to reach and ascend to, commute with God, commune with God and spirituality, and also remain connected to the earth and the secular things that it is. That is also such a Libra thing. It's like
so gorgeous.
You know, we have those in us, and it's what makes us who we are. I mean, as everyone has that, you know, and it's like we walk two roads, and you know, ultimately our goal in life, I believe, is to ascend and achieve all-encompassing love.
And that is
okay,
and that's so major. Like, oh my God, like I think maybe only a Libra could express that.
Yeah.
You know.
No, other people can express that.
Only Libras.
But Rosalia just does it.
She does it
the
elegant.
best.
It's elegant.
The best.
It's elegant because it's street and elegant at the same time.
Yes.
You know, it's heels on the sidewalk.
So, Mato, thank you. Everybody put that on your playlist.
Bygoner.
Bygoner, baby Bygoner. That's a good Thanksgiving playlist moment for if you're hanging out with the family, cooking some stuff.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely.
Yeah, it's a good chill. It's a good vibey. It's a good hookah if you're having a hookah moment.
And then you just throw Feast on after.
And then,
boom.
And then you throw Feast on when you're really ready to party and get down.
Yeah. And listen to their other singles like
Hinge. Put that on your playlist. Hinge
Best
is so
Friend's
beautiful.
House.
Best Friend's House.
Really good.
We have so much amazing music in Indian country. You know, I don't even
Tulips.
My last Tulips, who we didn't even get into. Iconic. Get into Tulips.
Dear Lady.
Dear Lady. I was just with Molly earlier, and wow, like there's so much going on, so much music that we can support our indigenous music makers. And I hope that this kind of gave you a little inspiration for, you know,
just for
your
going
playlist.
Out there, and also just for exploring new music. You know, there's so much good stuff out there. And a lot of it is stuff that on Tidal doesn't even have an artist picture. Do you know what I mean? It's like
So I find sometimes it is hard to find smaller. Mato, he's easy to find.
Yeah, Mato is like
he's
being
got it
interviewed
together
by Apple and whatnot.
Yeah, Lucaa band, Lucaa. You can find if you need help. Going to the artist's Instagram, they'll have a direct link to it. Tulips as well, they'll have a direct link. I have some R&B, some R&B call-outs that I love. Let me know if you listen to anything. Do you like Summer Walker?
I do like Summer Walker.
Summer Walker came out with her. It's a trilogy. Finally Over It.
This is the third one.
She's finally over it. She's really done with all you men.
Oh,
yeah. And so her cover is amazing. An amazing remake of the Anna Nicole Smith. When she married
oh my God, I listened to this album the other day.
Old band.
That's a great cover.
So she's over it. She's ready to marry the rich white man.
I honestly put that album on just because of the cover.
No, you should. And Robbed You is a great song that's on that album. I should have robbed you.
So good.
And You Go Girl and 1-800-Heartbreak with Anderson .Paak, who is one of my favorites. So yeah, Summer Walker, Finally Over It. If you have baby daddy drama or guy trouble, Summer Walker is your girl for that. And I'm still obsessed with Kehlani, Folded, and she also dropped another dope single called Out the Window.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Oh my God, Kehlani
is amazing. Their voice is so good.
Oh my God, and just so good. And you know what I love about is that her voice and her vocals, she does the runs. It's like the 90s R&B that I love, and everyone loves it because she's getting, you know, so much good traction. Folded has been remixed so many times. There's been so many features of people doing that song because it's such a good song. So Kehlani, keep doing the good work.
We love that for Kehlani.
Oh, she's so gorgeous. And she stands up for what she believes in.
Yeah, which is nice.
And people don't do that enough.
No, for real.
Steven, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thanks for having me.
Our music episode that
was
a lot of different things.
It was a lot of things, but honestly, I feel like it was all related. Music, fashion, art, they're all the same thread. You know?
They all inspire each other.
Exactly.
Let's just be real.
It's a tapestry.
Oh,
you know?
it's a tapestry.
It's a tapestry.
I love the tapestry.
Bye.
We will comfort you, we will comfort you. We are hungry too. So